Hello, hi. My name is Sylvia Lovina Chidi, and I'm here to talk to you about fingerprinting technology. What is fingerprinting technology? It is a technology that is quite new, although it's familiar. It's been around for many years, even before the introduction of PCs. Um, Fingerprints have been used to identify people for various reasons for a very long time. Today, fingerprinting technology is used on websites, in web browsers, in videos, and even in music technology. A typical example of fingerprinting technology is if a file has been modified, you can find out by whom and when it was modified just by merely using fingerprinting technology. There are common types of fingerprinting technology. We have so many out there, but I'm going to introduce you to the five most common type of fingerprinting technology around. One of them is acoustic fingerprinting. The second is digital video fingerprinting related to videos. Canvas fingerprinting, more or less related to websites and tracking visitors. TCP/IP stack fingerprinting is about collecting all sorts of information from a remote device like a laptop or mobile phone, a PC, and getting a fingerprint. One can build profiles of a person just by using TCP/IP stack fingerprinting. And the last is device fingerprinting, which is similar to TCP/IP stack fingerprinting. It's just about fingerprinting any device at the other side of the network. So briefly, I will describe each type of fingerprinting technology. So we start with acoustic fingerprinting, which is used in the media industry. It is basically a summarized digital content of an audio signal. So what we can do is we can take a summarized content of an audio signal. We can look at an audio database and make a comparison to see if there's a match. If there's a match, that's fantastic. And the media industry uses this technology to make sure that copyrighted material is protected. So the acoustic fingerprinting technology is used with all kinds of audio files like songs, tunes, video files, advertisement sounds, recordings, radio broadcasts, CDs, DVDs, and streaming media. So be careful because copyrighted material with today's technology is really offered a lot of protection. What is digital video fingerprinting? Well, digital video fingerprinting is quite similar to acoustic video printing. It's basically the same thing. You take a summarized, you know, part of a video, so you identify various components of a video, and then you compare it with a database. And if there's a match, then you know, hang on, I've got a match, and this material is no longer protected in terms of copyright. So it works just the same way as acoustic video fingerprinting. Canvas fingerprinting, that terminology is very unfamiliar with lots of people, but it's been around for a long time. It's associated or linked with browser fingerprinting. It's a method of tracking online users and identifying and tracking online visitors of a website. Because whenever a user visits a website, a canvas fingerprint can be obtained, which can also help with profiling the user's browser activity. And this information is sometimes shared with advertisers. Have you ever been on a website looking at some shopping, and then the next day you are on Yahoo, and then bang, there's a pop-up right on your screen showing you all the things that you looked at yesterday or a week before, and you're wondering, how did they know that I'm looking for a car to buy, or how did they know I'm looking for a wristwatch to buy? It's all to do with canvas fingerprinting. By TCP/IP stack fingerprinting, we are talking about when configuration information is collected from a remote device such as a machine, switch, or a router. And there are lots of information if you really are into networking, network technology, then you will know that the TCP/IP protocol can collect lots of information. Information such as the initial packet size, the initial TTL, the window size, the maximum segment size, window scaling value, and lots of things. When you combine all these attributes, they form a fingerprint of a remote device. And finally, device fingerprinting is quite similar to TCP/IP fingerprinting. Information is also collected from a remote computing device. It could be a phone, a laptop, a mobile phone, any kind of remote device, even sensors devices that control our household equipment. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a switch, a router, or hub. It could be any kind of end device, even a television that's connected to the internet. And even when cookies are switched off, sometimes we think if we switch off the cookies, no, you can still get the fingerprint of that device. And what this type of technology is often used for is to track users that use multiple devices, because some users use a mobile phone, they use a laptop, then they go to work, then they use something else. And so it's very important to get a fingerprint of all the multiple devices, and it's a technology that is used in online identity theft and credit card theft investigations mostly. And that brings me to the end of my presentation on fingerprinting technology. I hope you enjoyed that. So thank you very much.